Y'all, what's going on in the house of Diddy? He just got a major humiliation from Miami. He just got dropped by some legal things. We're going to talk about those in different videos. But right now, let's talk about this report because I'm trying to figure out what he is doing. Do you know that they are saying that Diddy did not secretly marry Dana Tran despite reports? Why are they now coming out with this in June 26th? People are saying they're coming out with that because the feds want to actually know what's going on with Dana Tran and they want to know whether the marriage happened and whether it is a sham marriage. For Diddy to actually put this out in Us Weekly as an exclusive is weird because at the end of the day, Diddy loved playing that little bachelor. Can nobody hold me down? I'm a single man. Right now, Dana Tran should be trying to change Baby Love's name to Love. I'm not Diddy's daughter. I'm just saying it's not a good time to be related to Diddy, okay? Now, they're saying that he did not secretly marry Dana Tran despite reports. They said there's no truth to reports that Diddy secretly married Dana Tran. Okay, but are they engaged and what are the relationships? And honestly, at the end of the day, do we really need a source? Why can't Diddy's people come out and say that they're not secretly married? This is weird. It is because honestly, Diddy's team always plants in paid six Us Weekly. So I've heard they can deny it, but that's what the streets are saying. But at the end of the day, who's this exclusive? Who's the source? You don't need a source. You just need to go to Diddy's people and be like, hi, are you and Dana married? And they will say either yes or no. They had a lot to say about Tyrone Blackburn and Little Rod and all that other stuff. So what really is tea? Which leads me to this point. Is this really real? Because at the end of the day, Dana Tran in this picture look a lot like Cassie, but that's just me. They said there's no truth to reports that Diddy secretly married Dana Tran. He never compared to having a relationship with Tran. If you didn't have a relationship with her, then how did she get pregnant? And not even that. She's been on the yacht and she's always with Kamora Lee. So okay. Let's get into this. Although Diddy, who's currently facing multiple blanket assault allegations, recently deleted all videos and photos from his Instagram account, Dana still shares frequent photos of their daughter. In one, she said, I know love is real because we exist, she wrote on Instagram early this month, alongside photos of her and Love snuggling. Tran also celebrated the toddler's uh, half birthday in April. Here's also what I want to do. Are the women that surround Diddy not embarrassed? And they could be victims. But the way they go on, it's kind of like everybody knows that you were doing freak offs. And even if it was consensual, ew. I'm just saying. Time be still. My heart can't take how fast this is all going. Happy 1.5 birthday to my baby girl. And she did a video compilation of the sweetest moments with love. My only regret is not holding you more because everyone said I'd spoil you too much. There is no such thing. New moms, hold that baby. It goes by so, so fast. Who told you not to hold your baby? Who in the world telling people don't hold newborn babies? Was it the diddler? Was Diddy giving you parenting advice? Dads, family, and friends take those random videos and pics of mom holding baby in that newborn stage, even if mom says no, because I always felt a mess and said no to pics, and now I have very few to look back on. Let me finish her statement. That was very sweet, though. Tran does not publicly address Diddy's mounting legal woes. I mean, why should she? Unless she's gonna come out and say she a victim. I mean, look at Miami. She ain't speaking either. And it doesn't matter whether they're victims or not. At the end of the day, this is all about Diddy. And also, this is going past. And this is what makes me think that Diddy's team put this out because they're not really focusing on the criminal aspect. They're focusing on the civil side. But at the end of the day, everything that Diddy was doing happened before these women. In March, law enforcement raided the musician homes in both Miami and Los Angeles in connection with federal blank trafficking investigation. Diddy was not on the premise at the time and was not arrested or charged with any crimes. Now, don't forget, they said it was a gross overuse of military level force, search warrants. There's no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his chosen employees were treated. In addition, well, here's the thing. If he comes out innocent, then yeah, you need to sue the federal government, sue whoever, right? Get your name back. But it's expanded past trafficking. It's getting into money laundering, RICO, bang, bang. Like, there's some deep, deep stuff, which is why the indictment didn't come down as early as everybody else did. I thought because they got information to make it go deeper. And this has been confirmed by CNN. The rabbit hole went deeper. In addition to the raid, Cassie, they talk about that, da 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 da. You know what? Who advised Diddy to not sue with Cassie? And then a day after she filed, you settled 1 day later. And because of that, that's how all this happened. And you didn't want to pay Little Rock 50,000 and his publishing. Why didn't you just pay that man his money? Now look. And you know what? Like, anyway, da 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 da. Da. Now, let's also not forget, they also point out interesting that Diddy said it's difficult to reflect on the darkest time in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was effed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in the video. I'm disgusted. I went out and sought professional help. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to rehab. Roger Bonds, which is talking about after that Cassie stuff happened, he still didn't stop opening cans of whoop butt on anybody around him. Listen, Diddy, if these charges can be believed, he maintains his innocence. I think they're true. Diddy, if these charges can be believed, um, and they'll be proven in a court of law unless he settles, but he can't settle with the federal government, so they'll be proven in a court of law. Well, he could plea deal, but they sending that mofo to jail if they get their way. Um, Listen, the fact that he didn't even say, "Oh my god, I'm disgusted. I was a monster." No, he was just acting mad. And then the next day or 2 days later, he took back that random apology and said that there's more to the story and people are gonna know because he was a victim too, because Cassie used to lay hands on him. Yeah, anyway, um, listen, at the end of the day, this is Diddy's bed, and this is the bed he made to lie on. And again, I don't think that Diddy got this far without some major funding and some major help. And I think right now everybody is waiting in with bated breath to see how deep this goes. I do know that there have been accusations that Dana Tran used her cybersecurity. She's a huge person and she used it to help Diddy. Do we know if it's true or not? I don't know. These are things that I've been hearing. You've all been hearing and reading about for the past few months. The whole point of the matter is that we really need to look into is why this story saying there's no truth that Diddy secretly married Dana Tran. Why is that coming out in page 6 and on Instagram? How come it hasn't been released to CNN? Well, actually, it's not even on page 6. It's on like blog articles. And yes, I know I vlog for entertainment purposes, right? But at the end of the day, why is it on Boss Up? Why is it no shade to Boss Up? No shade to even all the Us Weekly, but why is it on there? Because at the end of the day, this is a legal matter, and his lawyers have been so loud about everything else. Why don't you come out and just make a statement too and say that's ridiculous? It makes me think that you want the blogs to think that, and you want the public to think that, and you might even want investigators to think that, but you're not willing to go on record and say that is the case because you don't want to be caught in another lie. You know, again, say what you want, they're both wearing rings. It makes sense because wives cannot be compelled to testify against their husbands, not about just the time they got married, but even the time that they knew each other before they got married. And I think around this time, that's exactly what Diddy needs. Anyway, you guys, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.